three other clauses. One clause which said that each country shall have sovereignty and exclusive jurisdiction and control over the waters. The second clause, Article 5, it gave to Indian fishermen that they will continue to access Kachatibu as hitherto and will not be required to obtain travel documents. And the third one, that the vessels of India and Sri Lanka will enjoy in each other's waters such rights that they have traditionally enjoyed. India's claim is mainly that the Kachatibu island belonged to the Raja of Ramnath and that he had it from the time that East India Company assigned it to him. It was part of his zamindari rights, and these rights also included fishery and also that later on these rights moved from the Raja of Ramnath to the Madras government. A second argument was that during after independence, for many years, Indian customs regularly went to Kachatibu, and this was not obstructed. And the Indian view also was that there was absence of any documentary evidence to show that Sri Lanka had an original title. This is an observation by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in May of 1961. He writes, "I attach no importance at all to this little island, and I would have no hesitation in giving up our claim to it. I do not like matters like this pending indefinitely and being raised again and again in Parliament." So, to Pandit Nehru, this was a little island. It had no importance. He saw it as a nuisance. Why are people bringing it up again and again in Parliament? So, for him, the sooner you give it away, the better. Now, you can say, okay, this was Pandit Nehru's view. Now, I want to read to you. Actually, this was not just Pandit Nehru's view. This view continued on to Indira Gandhi ji as well. So, it's very interesting if one goes through the records of Parliament. We are now looking, I'm fast forwarding it to the time when Kachatibu agreement is done. There is a member of Parliament called G. Vishwanathan from Tamil Nadu. And he says, I'm quoting from Parliament records, "We are worried about Diego Garcia, thousands of miles away from Indian territory, but we are not worried about this small island. When we speak of it, the Prime Minister," he is talking about Indira Gandhi ji, "the Prime Minister is said to have remarked in the AICC meeting that this is a little rock. I am reminded of those days when Pandit Nehru called about our northern boundary as a place where not a blade of grass grew. I would like to remind the Prime Minister that after this historic statement by Prime Minister Nehru, Pandit Nehru never regained the confidence of the country. This is going to happen to the Prime Minister when she says this is only a little rock and that there is nothing to worry about the territories of our country." So, as you can see, this is not just one Prime Minister, whether it was Pandit Nehru or whether it was Indira Gandhi. This very dismissive attitude, this little rock, this small island of no importance, this was the historic Congress attitude towards Kachatibu.
ये जो बाहर गए ना, उनको जरा पूछें कि कच्छ तीवू क्या है। और ये डीएमके वाले, उनकी सरकार, उनके मुख्यमंत्री मुझे चिट्ठी लिखते हैं, मोदी जी कच्छ तीवू वापस ले आइए। तमिलनाडु से आगे श्रीलंका के पहले एक टापू किसने किसी दूसरे देश को दे दिया था। कौन था उस समय? श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी के नेतृत्व में हुआ था।
The island was also given away in 1974 and the fishing rights were also given away in 76. And whether in 74 itself was there any sincere effort to press for fishing rights, I think I'll leave it to you to conclude, because 1976 shows otherwise. Now, if this is the situation, you will ask, how did this happen? Now, how did this happen has many aspects to it. One, and perhaps to me the most basic, I would say recurring one, is actually the indifference shown by the central government, by the prime ministers of the day then, about the territory of India. That fact is, they simply did not care.